Ubiquiti, if you're not aware, they've got UniFi Network application, which is what we actually run at Hostify, and it's the server self-hosted system that runs on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, and that sort of stuff. But they've since the introduction of the UDM Pro, they've had this underlying OS called UniFi OS, and they're finally making that available to self-hosting. So they are potentially going to discontinue the network application server, and they're going to run this UOS, as it's actually called, because I've had a quick look at the software. And yeah, it's hit EA, and it's a massive change, really. And it means that if you're self-hosting UniFi Network and using UXG, for example, you can't actually use some features like Teleport VPN. That's not available. If you've got I think it's called the UXG Enterprise, you can't use the Next AI features. And there's weird little inconsistencies. And at UWC, they did say the reasoning for that is because they are essentially two different code bases. So the network application server runs Java and different things like this, and UniFi OS is a much more modern system. So that is now available, and that's really, really good. So quite exciting times.
And again, just echoing that enterprise space, a lot of companies are going to be wanting to host their own equipment. They're not going to want to rely on a gateway running their UniFi OS. So yep. This is that whole, I guess, bigger picture that they're looking at.
Yeah, it's and we certainly find that at Hostify where people they've got such massive installations that for some things the Dream Machines can't handle some of those large installations, so they want to have a cloud hosted server, they want to have a UXG and that sort of stuff. So it's nice to see that sort of thing come into availability, and it will bring those extra features along as well. So yeah.
Sorry, neighbor sawing going to town. The only thing I wanted to chime in here was there's definitely details that we can't discuss, details we don't know about, etc. But I did notice in the EA post, it does say initially it'll support network and interspace. So this is, you can kind of think of it as like a virtual cloud key or a way to host a cloud key in a way where it's
pretty much
it's running UniFi OS, but it's also running the applications within that. So that's it. Right now it's only protect, and then interspace is like the mapping network design tool. There's no word on protect or others, but feel free to insert your own speculation about the future plans of what this, different option. It's a little bit larger than just changing the name, and the kind of underlying architecture. I think this is kind of the platform going forward, and there's a lot of implications and a lot of things we'll learn over time about the differences and what this is really going to give us.
Yeah, and it is important to remember that at the moment, the Dream Machines don't support multiple sites, but this will. This does support multiple sites like the current self-hosted controller, so they're not taking away any features. It's just a brand new code base, basically.